We have with us Anirudh Bail of Cobra Post. Hi, Anirudh. Tell us a bit about this investigation. How long did it take? What was this was, I believe, in collaboration with Gulel. And I also want to know what was the reporter. How did she get these guys on camera? You've got BJP MLAs, you've got Sangeet Som, you've got Sanjeev Kumar Balyan on camera saying things like how they counter love jihad, their strategies. So just tell us a bit about how.
Yeah, we actually the case studies in the end are the Cobra Post bit, and Gulel, the reporter who used to work for them, Shazia, she was very enterprising, and she went in as an activist of ABVP from JNU, impersonated as an activist from,
Okay.
and that's how she got access to all of them, and they sort of felt that she was part of their group. And it is topical because, as you can see, it's even now with the beef eating incident and the heinous crime that was committed, the same cast of characters is coming about and giving justifications for that sort of crime which cannot be justified any which way. And so it took us a lot of time, and post-production took a lot of speed. We were very lazy about the projects. It was just going on sort of, and then it was all coming up, and then we just decided to push it out.
It's interesting you mentioned the beef consumption controversy, so to speak, that's happening right now. Because what's happening with cow slaughter today, the kind of hallebazi, the kind of passions that a lot of leaders are trying to create with beef consumption, they were doing exactly the same with love jihad a year ago. There were cases in Meerut, and there was a lot of love jihad was the big issue. So,
It's
and now
almost,
it's what is it?
it's
What?
almost as if they have exhausted one particular issue,
Yeah.
milked it, and now they want to milk something else before they go back to love jihad perhaps. And it's not, love jihad is still going on. There are sporadic cases all around the country. It's not just limited to the northern
Today,
states.
BJP, some activist in Gujarat said that they won't allow Muslim youth to enter Garba to prevent them from. But I want to know, what is your sense? How does this help the right-wing leaders? And in your particular investigation, you show BJP MPs and MLAs. How is this helping them on ground?
Look, it just polarizes the communities at the ground, and they make use of that in any kind of local election, state election, national election, and whatever the reason. And it's something which is going on for a long time, and various phrases keep coming, and it's something that they have always been known to do, communalize Indian politics and bring religion in a big way. And the way that it is going, it's almost criminal. I mean, it's consensual partnerships happening across communities, which should be encouraged, or at least. And then they go about sort of framing criminal charges. We should not forget, please, that there are Muslim men incarcerated on false charges of love jihad. I mean, people have lost their liberty and are inside jail trying to fight these false charges of kidnapping, etc., and which they claim they themselves have fabricated and put on them. Because if the woman is not backtracking, then they force the families and even the women to launch cases and fabricate sort of facts against the Muslim men, which is bizarre, and which is absolutely something that the administration should totally come down upon.
Do you think with the UP elections in 2017, we'll see more of these cases,
I hope
more
not.
of.
I hope not, certainly hope not, but you never know. I don't know what they are planning.
And in the expose, you see a lot of these right-wing leaders from the RSS, BHP, you see BJP MPs, MLAs, very proudly talking about beating up women, very proudly talking about how they've managed to control this problem.
Yeah.
And they also talk about how they voted for Modi to make sure these things happen. What is the psychology, and what is how did your reporter? I mean, it's quite a feat that she managed to get all this on camera. How did she manage to do that, and what's your sense of this kind of psychology and modus operandi?
I think the reporter is a very sort of calm, gutsy individual, and she sort of keeps her head about her, and so it is. I think a lot of these people have this sensibility that they're doing something great, for which they should be lauded and applauded, and they find that perhaps the so-called, intelligentsia doesn't really look upon them with a great degree of bravado or hero worship. And then when somebody comes along wanting to talk about it, they just open up to talk about their great deeds, so to speak. I mean, that is perhaps the psychology at work. I could be wrong, but that is what I think. And the other aspect in this whole thing about is that, using religion to sort of browbeat or incite passions in the Hindu community, and on false sort of facts on facts which constitutionally don't support. I mean, basically they have said that the constitution is nothing. We don't want to follow the constitution. If we find these religious marriages, we will sort of protect our women, and most importantly, they don't even respect the Hindu woman. I mean, in the manner of, they don't respect her choice. They openly admit to blackmailing, to intimidating the woman, counseling her, sort of even using drugs to sort of induce temporary amnesia, sedate her, whatever. So, which is all, I mean, what society do they have in their heads about what kind of India do they want? It's something that should be asked of them.
Now, when the love jihad issue first started coming out, I think about a year ago, there was a lot of media attention in it. Do you think the mainstream media has done enough to investigate into it and bust the myth, so to speak?
Only a few. I think Express did a few stories. They broke the story first, and as you said, many months back. But I don't think, and off and on, some people have been doing stories, but it hasn't really happened in a concerted manner, and nothing in a way to expose. I mean, if you talk to people, people say, yeah, we obviously know it is some right-wing sort of conspiracy to do all this, but we have to get to the bottom of it so that they also understand that there is media will be caught out and we should not do this in the future.
So do you hope the media will pick this up?
I have no idea. I've given up on thinking who will pick up what story. We just do our story and that's it.
Great. Thank you so much. Best of luck with this.
If you enjoyed that, click up here to support us and down here to subscribe. Be sure to check out our older episodes and the other stuff we do, like Can You Take It, I Agree, panel discussions, comics and animations, and much, much more.